Hi everybody, this is Katy Zamer from creativeescapes.blogspot.com. I am here today with another Stamping Basics 101 video, and I'm going to teach you how to felt stamp today. And basically what that means is we're going to take a piece of felt and we're going to turn it into a multicolored stamp pad for a specific project. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of felt down to the size of my stamp. Doesn't have to be pretty or straight lines, as you can tell. It's a good thing because I can't cut straight to save my life. Then I'm going to take my stamp, I'm going to ink it up with my black Stays On stamp pad. Now the Stays On stamp pad is permanent, so when I add my re-inkers to add my color, it's not going to bleed. Okay, so now I'm just going to stamp my image. I'm going to press it down. You want to get a good image. It doesn't have to be perfect though, and it's not going to show a lot of detail. Let me clean my stamp real quick because I'm going to need it in just a minute. It doesn't have to show a lot of detail. You just want to see the basic outline of your stamp so that you know where to add color. So now this is what I'm going to be stamping. Can you see that? It's very faded, but it is on there. Okay, so now I'm using my re-inkers. Now re-inkers are very inexpensive, and they're not just to re-ink your stamp pad. I'm going to be using Calypso Coral, Pool Party, and Lucky Limeade. And what I'm going to do is take these and start coloring with it. Oh, let me put this on my, this is a plastic tray from, peppermints. I've got them in my pantry. You'll see how I turn my stamp, my wooden stamp case. I use one and use it as my stamp pad because I can just rinse it out later. But right now, I decided not to do another one. You can do this on a paper plate or anything where it's not going to bleed through. But mainly what I'm going to do is just color. I'm going to color in. You can leave a little space, it'll blend together. So I'm kind of going over my roses like that. I'm going to take my green, and it's all going to look one color right now. You're not going to be able to decipher much color. So I'm going to take green, and then I'm going to take my Pool Party, and I'm just going to fill in the rest. So mainly you're going to color the whole image however you want. Okay, and that's going to bleed through your felt, so make sure you do have something under it. And I'm going to pull it aside and show you by the magic of television. This is my finished ink pad. Okay, so it all looks one color. It kind of looks pretty gross, doesn't it? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to stamp it in my ink pad, my homemade felt ink pad, and you see it's inked up, and I'm going to stamp it on my very vanilla cardstock, and it gives me this multicolored one stamped image. Now you'll see that it didn't matter to me that I didn't get this line, because what I did to finish my project is I cut out this strip and put it on top. So this is your finished product with your homemade multicolored felt ink pad. So it's an easy way without using markers. Just know that when you stamp it the first time, it's going to be very juicy. It's going to be very wet. So you might want to stamp it off before you stamp it on your project. But the more you use it, the less goopy it's going to be. So you start seeing all those fine details. So know if you don't see it right away, that's normal. And I hope you try this at home. It's a fun technique to do. You can do it with any occasions, with any stamp set, just to add a little bit of difference to it. And all the products I used today were Stampin' Up! Products. You can purchase them at creativeescapes.blogspot.com. And I hope to see you back next time.